right up in the evening. Can't catch my breath.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. So Phil's Gang, Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived? Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic, and that's philsgang.com.
At philsgang.com, we're here to help you build a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security. Phil's Gang's technical chartists Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell are dedicated to helping you and guiding you to make profits in the stock market. For over a decade, philsgang.com has been empowering Phil's Gang members to take control of their financial lives. We're proud to offer knowledgeable investment guidance, powerful trading tools, and investing resources that help you pursue your goals with confidence. philsgang.com has daily live webinar trading classes. They post alerts on market moves. They have tons of stock charting educational videos, and all philsgang.com material is archived. Whether you're an active trader or long-term investor, philsgang.com gives you everything you need to research stocks, place trades, and manage your portfolio. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Show Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award, and Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row. We're the fastest growing company in America. Now, Phil will share business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience on how to build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment, only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande weekdays at 9 a.m. on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands, at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Up 257,000. January non-farm payrolls increased by 257,000 jobs. The unemployment rate is 5.7%.
5.7% went up from 5.6%. Good morning. Welcome to Phil's Gang. Coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. We just had our numbers, our employment numbers, 257,000. But here's what they don't tell you. They don't break down how many are part-time jobs compared to full-time jobs. And in this case, 71.8% of the 257 are part-time jobs, lousy jobs. Here's what else they don't tell you in these numbers. That 825,000 full-time workers have left, being replaced by 725,000 part-time workers. See, they don't give you that in these numbers. It's amazing what they don't give you. That's what you have to look at. They just give you, 257,000 jobs. That's terrific. We've been at this number now for how long? 10 months? And everybody's complacent with it. Now, the important thing is we have volatility in this market. And this volatility is going to continue. I always tell you that if volatility is a symptom of a bigger underlying problem, and the underlying problem, it's been 10 years since we've raised rates, a quarter point. So to artificially move the stocks higher, this is what they've done. For 10 years, they left these rates without even a 0.25% hike to pump the stock market higher. Stocks love low interest rates. High rates of stocks is like kryptonite to Superman. What are you, nuts? And then to move the stock prices even higher without price discovery meaning in the natural market where you have buyers and sellers, they set the price of the stock based on performance of the economy, based on performance of companies, and then they buy and sell. Remember, it's like you can have a store and you sell ties, and you can say, boy, these ties, I'm going to put them all on the shelf here, I'm going to put a price tag at $25. Well, you don't decide the price. The customer's going to decide the price. Like when you sell your home, you think, boy, your home is worth $250,000. Well, the market's going to set the price. Well, it's the same thing in the stock market. What should set the price of Jack in the Box at $86.90? Should it be the buyer and the seller? No, that's not what's going on. We have interference by the Fed. The Fed intervenes. So now they come in, as I say, for 10 years, they said, let's keep interest rates where they are. We won't raise them even a quarter point, and then we'll do QE. So now comes in 2009. They inject trillions of printed money into the stocks, not into the economy. It makes a big difference. Into the stocks directly, not the economy. Now they lied to us and told us they're putting the trillions of dollars into the economy to create jobs. That's all crap. That's not what happened. So now what happens between 10 years of these low interest rates, not raising them a quarter point, injecting the Fed, printing money, injecting trillions into stocks to push those higher, we now have stock values growing 5 times faster than the company's profits. So when you look at a stock like Jack at $86.90, that stock should really be $40. That's called a stock bubble. So think of it this way. We have stock values growing 5 times faster than profits. What are you, nuts? So causing these PE ratios, you always hear about, boy, go buy stocks, PEs are low, PEs are low. That's all you hear on CNBC, all you hear in Bloomberg, and tomorrow a bunch of dopes on Fox. Boy, go buy stocks, PEs are really low. Well, what this has done is caused PE ratios, they should be at 12 PE, 10 PE. But instead they're at 20. So the S&P, same thing. The S&P overall is up by, I think the S&P number right now is near 20. It should be at 12. So, but here's what's even funnier than this. So you got stock values. So let's use Jack in the Box going from 40 to 86 when it shouldn't be. But the corporate profits aren't increasing. So how do you get Jack and I'm just using that as an example. So you get Jack in the Box to go from 40 to 86, but their profits aren't increasing. That's amazing. In fact, if you take overall corporate earnings, profits, they've dropped. If we use an annual rate, we've dropped from 8.4% down to 2.1%. So they're not increasing. But yet prices are going up. That's called a bubble. That's why we're getting the volatility. So when you hear me say volatility is a symptom of a bigger underlying problem, that's what we have. And that's why it's so important for you to get away from these fundamentals. Get away from the market cap and PE ratios and price to book, price to sales, all that crap. Get to a chart as quick as you can, so that you can follow Vanguard and T. Rowe Price and Bank of New York and J.P. Morgan. When they're going to buy a stock, you buy a stock. For example, And here's what you should do. You can follow me right now if you want. You can go on my site, philsgang.com, and click on Watch Live, and I'm going to have my charts up so that when I'm doing stocks, I can show you what's going on. Matter of fact, I got SPY up, the S&P 500, and I brought it back for a year here. And you can see why, as I said, you've had this, if you look on the chart right here, you've had this tight, and I talk about this all the time to drive people nuts, but you have this tight cluster. That's the candlesticks. That's telling you, hey, everybody's positive. There's a consensus. They know where the stock price is going to go. Then all of a sudden they stopped. See this? And look at this. Look at this. All this volatility, down, up, down, up, down. One day we're down 200. Next day we're up 300. Down another 100. We open up the next day 200. Back down 100. What is that? That's the volatility. Why? Because what that's identifying for you, there's an underlying problem in the market. I just told you what it is. Stocks are no longer based on price discovery. They're based on intervention by the Fed, who intervenes with this QE and been keeping interest rates low for forever. Now, they're here to stay. I'm telling you, these interest rates at zero are here to stay. And here's why. Obama will never increase interest rates, especially when the U.S. interest on U.S. government debt is now 6% of his budget. 6%. We already talked yesterday, his $4 trillion budget, you go in, it eats up 99% of the taxes we pay into the government. You take 99% of all the taxes we pay to government, his budget just covers all the entitlements. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, there's nothing else left. So think about this, 6% of his budget is interest that he's got to pay. So he's never going to increase the interest rates. Not when he's got that. Now he's got that kind of debt load, and especially when the debt load is much larger than it was before the 2008 financial crisis at 80% of GDP. Remember, back then it was 45% of GDP during the 2008 crisis. Now it's 80% of GDP. So to reverse the course and say, let's stop with this QE since 2009 would be nuts. Interest rates would soar. It would go nuts, and the stock market would totally crash. So that's why it's the time now to get into stocks. It's never been better if you're a chartist, and that's what we teach is charting. We'll get that out. We'll be right back, 15 past the hour here on Phil's Gang. A lot more on these numbers, phony numbers.
For more information on this show, go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. I'm here today with philsgang.com's Phil Grande. Phil, do people really get hurt with 401k fees?
Sure, you're seeing it today like no other time because most people don't understand the fees. And when the 401k started out, it was a perfect timing because the stock market was roaring for 2 years. So they didn't care what they were paying for fees. It always looked like they were making money in spite of the fees. It wasn't until the market broke they found out that they were being scammed by fees. It's just a 1% fee. They wipe out 28% of your money.
So you're saying there's a big difference in how much money you end up with at retirement.
Amazing that 85% didn't know what effect these high fees had on their retirement money. For every 1% they pay, 1% takes away 28% of your retirement money. 2%, you lose more than half of all the money you put away for your retirement.
Fees are damaging your future, your retirement. Learn more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, this is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They are savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB Universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
PhilGang.com chooses InteractiveBroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information. Be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's InteractiveBrokers.com.
Be sure to watch The Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande weekdays at 9 a.m. on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to The Phil's Gang Show right in your hands, at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. The Phil's Gang. Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived? Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264.
At philsgang.com, we're here to help you build a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security. Phil's Gang's technical chartists Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell are dedicated to helping you and guiding you to make profits in the stock market. For over a decade, philsgang.com has been empowering Phil's Gang members to take control of their financial lives. We're proud to offer knowledgeable investment guidance, powerful trading tools, and investing resources that help you pursue your goals with confidence. philsgang.com has daily live webinar trading classes. They post alerts on market moves. They have tons of stock charting educational videos, and all philsgang.com material is archived. Whether you're an active trader or long-term investor, philsgang.com gives you everything you need to research stocks, place trades, and manage your portfolio. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. If you want to take a look at my PT2, you can take a look at it right now. Go to Phil's Gang. Go to www.philsgang.com. Click on Watch Live, and you can see my PT2 Talking Trader chart. And it's up right now. You can take a look at it. It's a wonderful tool. You don't have to be a gang member to own it. And it tells you when to buy and when to sell. And I just explained to you that there's numbers that came out, 257,000 jobs, 5.6% unemployment. We now increased to 5.7. It's all a bunch of crap. And finally somebody came out from the Gallup, head of the CEO of Gallup, and he said, this is a lie. The 5.6% is a total lie. And it's gone viral. Now everybody's talking about it. But the sick part of this fake number is the president knowing the unemployment rate is 12% due to deflation. And not 5.6%, but yet he is complacent with the 5.6% lie. He intentionally ignores and overlooks that suffering that he's causing for the 100 million unemployed. He's saying everything's fine. We're at 5.6%. I don't have to work any harder now. I'll go golfing. So you got 100 million unemployed. 12% people is the real rate. So he goes and kicks back. And here's the real problem. Not only is he ignoring the suffering of those who don't have jobs, especially the permanently unemployed, even the underemployed. The guy at MIT, he's working at Starbucks instead of building a bridge. But this pretend and extend policy of QE, Obama is not just duping the 100 million people, he's duping America because of this extend and pretend policy. For 10 years, you don't raise the rates. Then you decide, let's do QE and stick trillions of dollars into stocks, and we'll push them up without earnings, without performance. But this is great, though. Why aren't you in the market? I hope they don't find religion. I hope they do this for 2 more years. For the last 6 years, U.S. growth has been an anemic 2.6%. It's not working, but the stock market's working. But Obama pretends he has this credible plan, like he does for dealing with ISIS. Yeah, he pretends he has a credible plan for the economy, so that we escape this 257,000 jobs every month. We escape this 2.6% GDP, our growth every quarter, every year. He's got this great plan to think about this, to recover the remaining 8 million of the 10 million jobs that were lost during the recession. He is the only president that's had a recession that has never pulled back 100% of those who lost their jobs. Every other president during a recession, whether they lost 10 million, 12 million, 50 million, within 18 months, every president, all those jobs came back. This is the only president they have not come back. And then you have all the cheerleading on CNBC in these programs, like this crap.
The companies that have been most exposed to a stronger dollar play have really held remarkably well.
Remarkably well? This is an analyst on CNBC. He's saying the big cap companies have really held remarkably well. The big cap companies, who 60% to some 80%, like Intel, do their business overseas, and with a strong dollar, they can't compete over there. They're doing remarkably well. Really? Really doing remarkably well? When the S&Ps had the second worst performance since 2009, and on Tuesday of this week, the worst day since 2011, Procter & Gamble came in with earnings that dropped 30%. That's the most in 3 years. Amazon's been impacted by $1 billion. Their sales increased an anemic 3%. Pfizer got hit, $2.8 billion drop in revenues. Caterpillar profits plunged by 22%. Their revenues dropped by 14%. And what does he tell us on CNBC?
The companies that have been most exposed to a stronger dollar play have really held remarkably well.
Remarkably well. Just remarkably well. See, and this is the problem. This is all called noise. That's why you want to use a chart. Never mind this stuff. Never mind the negative economy. Here's all I can tell you. They're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over because it's working. Do you really think the guys on Wall Street, do you think the guys at the White House, do you think the guys in Washington, they really give a damn about us? All they know, they found a formula. Keep interest rates where they are for 10 years. Then start QE, inject trillions not into the economy. Let's not help small businesses create jobs. Let's not help the homeowner who's underwater in his house. Let's take trillions and trillions and stick it into stocks. Push those stocks up. And the wealthy, who control 80% of the stock, are making a bundle. Making a bundle. Here in Sarasota, Florida, you can't find $1 million home. They're fighting for them. Then they tell us
S&P 500 companies that have reported have actually done better than consensus expectations.
They've been doing better than consensus expectations? Wait a minute. Whose expectations? It's the company's expectations. Before they report, if they came out and said, well, we're going to have earnings of we're going to beat by 6 cents, they then dropped it to 5, then to 4, then to 3. And then they come out. He doesn't tell you that. It's their expectations, and they dropped them 4 or 5 times before they came out. What's he talking about? But he says, look, they're doing better than expectations. That's just unbelievable.
On the corporate front, earnings have been better than many people expected, and that's providing some buoyancy to a market that's been whipsawed as a direct result of the very volatile energy trade.
Oh, really? Corporate profits are doing terrific. Really? Really? The S&P for 2015, well, let's just take the S&P for 2014. 4.2% the earnings. If you take out Apple, it drops to 2.6%. Apple is now the largest contributor to earnings growth for the S&P 500. If Apple was excluded for the fourth quarter, the earnings growth rate for the S&P would have dropped from 2.1% down to 0.3%. This is why you want to join my gang, learn how to use a chart, and start making some money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Investors who want to maximize their opportunities and minimize their losses, turn to philsgang.com. Beginner or seasoned investor, philsgang.com is where you learn to invest using professional-level skills and strategies, regardless of your experience and investing goals.
Been a member for about a year, and this year I'm up around 60% on my portfolio.
I'm a new gang member. I'm up like 15% in 3 months. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
For only $49.95 a month, you will have access to all Phil's Gang programs, special alerts, the daily investing class, and all material is archived. So why don't you take care of your financial opportunities with philsgang.com? Operators are standing by. Simply call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com today. Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. So Phil's Gang, Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived? Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At philsgang.com, we're here to help you build a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security. Phil's Gang's technical chartists Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell are dedicated to helping you and guiding you to make profits in the stock market. For over a decade, philsgang.com has been empowering Phil's Gang members to take control of their financial lives. We're proud to offer knowledgeable investment guidance, powerful trading tools, and investing resources that help you pursue your goals with confidence. philsgang.com has daily live webinar trading classes. They post alerts on market moves. They have tons of stock charting educational videos, and all philsgang.com material is archived. Whether you're an active trader or long-term investor, philsgang.com gives you everything you need to research stocks, place trades, and manage your portfolio. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
I'm here today with Phil'sGang.com's Phil Grande. Phil, do people really get hurt with 401k fees?
Sure, you're seeing it today like no other time because most people don't understand the fees. And when the 401k started out, it was a perfect timing because the stock market was roaring for 2 years. So they didn't care what they were paying for fees. It always looked like they were making money in spite of the fees. It wasn't until the market broke they found out that they were being scammed by fees. At just a 1% fee, they wipe out 28% of your money.
So you're saying there's a big difference in how much money you end up with at retirement.
Amazing that 85% didn't know what effect these high fees had on their retirement money. For every 1% they pay, 1% takes away 28% of your retirement money. 2%, you lose more than half of all the money you put away for your retirement.
Fees are damaging your future, your retirement. Learn more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Show Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row. We're the fastest growing company in America. Now, Phil will share business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience on how to build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment, only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Easy Trade Platform.
He made a mistake. He attributes it to the fog of war. Then he changed, he realized that after someone wrote him, one of the soldiers wrote him, that it was a mistake, and he fessed up. He said, I apologize, I was wrong. And you know what? I think that's a stand-up way to deal with it. I don't know the details. I doubt, frankly, if he was trying to hide anything when he says he made a mistake in the fog of war.
There was no fog of war. He didn't make any mistake, Brian Williams. He embellished. The helicopter in front of him took fire. The other trailing helicopter said, let's hit the dirt. They went down, parked, and then they stayed there for 2 nights, but not him. The fog, he was in no fog. He was in no fog. He knew what was going on because he didn't stay there for 2 nights as he claimed in the desert. The same day, within an hour, another helicopter took him and brought him back to Baghdad, where he was staying at the Four Seasons Hotel. Boy, that was foggy. Nice warm shower. He must be the steam. It was the steam in the shower. That's the fog he's talking about. At the Baghdad Hilton or whatever it is, Four Seasons. Unbelievable. The guy should leave. He should leave. They should fire him, but they won't fire him. If you can't trust, this guy is supposed to... If you turn your TV on at night and they put themselves forward as being honest and going to give you the honest news, and the guy lies like that, we're not talking about some reporter for the New York Times. We're talking about this. We're talking about Brian Williams. People turn on the TV to trust these guys. Are you kidding me? Fog of war. Yeah, right. Okay. There's no fog in these new numbers that came out today, 257,000. But what they're not telling you is that there was over 800,000 people that have full-time jobs dropped out, and we had about 700 and some odd thousand come in that are part-time. So we have 800,000 dumping, getting out, good jobs, leaving the market, and then you got a whole bunch, over 700,000 part-time jobs coming in. That's not what we want. They also they do not tell you on the 257,000 jobs how many are part-time, how many are full-time. It's something like 71%. I think I had the numbers. I can't find them here. But it was like 71% of these numbers are part-time. Listen to this, how they're talking about lying. So this guy's in a fog.
I think generally it's been a reasonably good, it was a good Christmas.
Good Christmas? Where's he? What's he, nuts? Thanksgiving Day through Sunday. And what was that? I think it was Thanksgiving Day and through Sunday. Then was it November? Yeah, there was November. Yeah, the weekend. There was extra days in there. The sales dropped by 5.2% from the previous year. What's he talking about? This is crazy. They just lie about everything. It's amazing. Now, the important thing is the market just opened, and we're going to go take a look at the stock market.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
That's right. Go to my video library. I always have up a new video. I put one up almost every other 2 days. About every other day I put up a new one for you. Just go to the Phil's, let's see, what is it? The Phil's, YouTube.com, the Phil's Gang. Got to get that "the" in there. There's the problem. Okay, go to YouTube, the Phil's Gang, not just Phil's Gang. All right, the Phil's Gang. It's free, and there's some real neat videos in there. I talk about the market. I talk about the economy. I talk about a lot of good stuff. Now, the stock market, we had this jobs number. Went up. The market opened up about 60 points. Now it's back down to 8 points, and we're getting this volatility. And I told you why. Okay, because everyone is starting to figure out. And the dollar. Let's go take a look at the dollar this morning, because that's what's interesting. By the way, if you want to follow me on my charts, especially you should follow me on my PT2 chart, because you should be thinking of getting the PT2 chart, because this is a chart that is so easy. You just buy when it's green, you sell when it's red, and it's my voice on there. It's voice activated. You can see right here a wonderful stock, Weatherford International. It's part of the oil groups, and you can see all it did is the minute it turned red, it dropped. So it told you the institutions were coming. You would have never got hurt. You would have been out of that stock. You know how you always get hurt? Like, if you were in the dot-com market, and then you got caught in the housing financial crash. In both those bubbles, you gave all your profits back out of your 401k. That will never happen to you again. Not if you got the PT2, because you can see it right here. And again, if you're in front of your computer or if you have some mobile device, go to philsgang.com and click on Watch Live, and you can see exactly what I'm showing you here. So what a wonderful thing. It turns green. Here it was red. When it turns green, it tells you to buy. You see? And then when it turns red, it tells you, okay, stop buying. And then here you go. You have this big, long drop. So if you know how to short, you would have made a lot of money. Okay, let's take a look at the dollar today, because the dollar is what is moving. Oils are moving our gold mining stocks. So we had a little gap up this morning from yesterday's low. That's normal. And we're going to, if we, hopefully, that the dollar, it hit a high of around 25.20, and you can see it on my chart. And if we can get that to break 24.59, then gold will go through the roof. Okay, gold will go through the roof. All right, I want to talk a little bit about OIH, and I'm going to put it up for you on my chart here. OIH. This is a wonderful. And if you don't have a chart, you don't have a mobile device. OIH. I've told everybody that this was going to happen, that there was no way they're going to leave oil prices down here. No way, down at $44. And now they're on the move again. And they're going to, and this is the opportunity to get in. This is the opportunity. You want to get into these groups that break down, like when gold broke down. You want to get into oil. So all you have to do is join my gang right now, and then just follow us. We have the best teaching format, I believe, in the country. That's my opinion. And if you use the PT2, it just turned green. So here, let's look at the PT2. It just turned green. So as soon as that makes a new high around 36.11, you could buy OIH as an investor. And then what you do is you follow it, and you can see it right here on my PT2 chart. As long as it stays green, you stay in it. If it turns red, you get out of it. How nice is that? It's always right. It's always right. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Okay. As I said, this thing with the 5.6%, and now they're saying, hey, this is a big lie. And finally, we had somebody that had, that Gallup, for heaven, this is Gallup. Gallup came out and said it was a lie.
The chairman and CEO of Gallup, the polling agency, says the official monthly unemployment rate is essentially phony. Jim Clifton, the CEO and chairman, writes this, quote, "The official unemployment rate, which cruelly overlooks the suffering of the long-term and often permanently unemployed, as well as the depressingly underemployed, amounts to a big lie."
A big lie. And the way they keep it down to 5 or 6%, like I told you, if you've been out of work for a week, a year, or 10 years, and you stop looking for work over the past 4 weeks, you are not considered unemployed. You're not part of the 5.7%. If you perform a minimum of 1 hour work, let's say you've been out of work for 5 years or 3 years, and your neighbor says, hey, I'll give you $20, cut my lawn, help you out. Because you worked, it took $20, and you worked that 1 hour, you are not considered part of the 5.7% unemployed. If you are one of the 12 million disability, you got to check one of the 12 million. The 12 million people, the disability, they don't count them as unemployed. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And if you have a degree from MIT and you're underemployed, which means you're working at McDonald's and you should be engineering a bridge somewhere, you should be counted as unemployed. They don't count them as unemployed. But the disability, not counting them, that is insane. That is absolutely nuts. This extend and pretend policy for the last 6 years is nuts. And it's not working. The stock market's working. That's why you should be with me in the stock market. But for the economy, it's not working. This extend and pretend policy for the last 6 years, our growth, our economic growth has been anemic, 2.6%. The pretend, it is not working. We'll be right back. Take a look at the market when we do. It is now 43 past the hour. Join my gang right now. Get that PT2 chart. You'll love it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Investors who want to maximize their opportunities and minimize their losses, turn to philsgang.com. Beginner or seasoned investor, philsgang.com is where you learn to invest using professional-level skills and strategies, regardless of your experience and investing goals.
Been a member for about a year, and this year I'm up around 60% on my portfolio.
I'm a new gang member. I'm up like 15% in 3 months. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
For only $49.95 a month, you will have access to all Phil's Gang programs, special alerts, the daily investing class, and all material is archived. So why don't you take care of your financial opportunities with philsgang.com? Operators are standing by. Simply call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com today.
Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Show Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row. We're the fastest growing company in America. Now, Phil will share business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience on how to build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment, only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com is a powerful online website for novice and experienced stock traders and investors who demand professional-grade online tools, superior customer support, and extensive investing education. Not sure how to trade or invest in stocks? philsgang.com is your #1 educational source for online stock trading and investing material, with daily webinars, individual charting videos, and programs customized to make you a smarter, more informed investor. It's as simple as following philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell. When they buy, you buy. And when they short stocks, you short. In this volatile market, wouldn't it be nice to have someone guide and coach you to create wealth in the stock market? Well, you can with philsgang.com. Simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel on YouTube.com.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem. From time to time, we've been tempted to believe that society has become too complex to be managed by self-rule, that government by an elite group is superior to government for, by, and of the people. Well, if no one among us is capable of governing himself, then who among us has the capacity to govern someone else?
My God, what a difference, what a contrast between him, free market guy, and a communist, Obama. I mean, just the difference. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And this government intervention is what's causing the stock market to go up. I mean, tremendous. But it's also causing a tremendous inequality of income, wage gap, which again, Obama is blaming. He goes around the country all this week blaming this on capitalism. He says capitalism doesn't work. Socialism does. We need to redistribute everybody's wealth so everybody gets paid the same, everything's equal. Because capitalism doesn't work. Because look what's happening, he says. The rich are getting richer, and the middle class is getting more. But that's because of him. He's the one that put QE in. He's the one that's working with first Bernanke and Yellen and tell them, okay, go with QE and keep injecting trillions of dollars into the stocks, not into the economy. Never mind the economy. Let's get all my buddies very, very rich because I need to have that, go tax them to pay for all my new welfare program so I can put these kids through college for 2 years straight. What are you, nuts? This is crazy stuff. So he must be just turning over in his grave. Here's a good, this is the CEO.
The number of full-time jobs, and that's what everybody wants, as a percent of the total population is the lowest it's ever been. That's what that number doesn't show. The consequences are of that. Well, there was at the recession, we lost 13 million jobs. Only 3 million have come back, and you can't see that in that number. The other thing that's very misleading about that number, when the number comes out, the more jobs that drop out, the more people that drop out, the better the number gets.
That's right. So, I mean, but it's easy for this administration to lay back today and go, oh, we don't have to work. Hey, listen, everything's fine. We got 257,000 jobs. Let's just go play golf. And that's the terrible thing because the poor people that don't have a job, it'd be kind of like you're in the water with your boat, your sailboat's leaking. The Coast Guard, you put out a signal. The Coast Guard comes out. They're just overhead. Your boat's about ready to sink. There's sharks all around. And the Coast Guard's overhead. And they put a little sign out the window. We can't pick you up. We fish. Our quota is filled this week. Our quota of savings are filled this week. And he flies off. Imagine how that must feel. The Coast Guard did that to you? Oh, no, we got under our government quota. We have 12 people we have to pick up a week. We get our 12. So we're satisfied. We're complacent. We're going back to the base. And good luck. And that's what Obama's saying. He's saying, you know what, we got 257,000 jobs. You know, we're complacent. This is good. I'm going to go golf, which is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. So, but we also got Valerie Jarrett back in the news this week. I got to talk about Valerie Jarrett because people don't understand who Valerie Jarrett is. Valerie Jarrett is really the President of the United States. Listen to this.
That equal pay for equal work is
absolutely required. I also think it's just a fact that laws exist on the books today, and if a woman is being discriminated against because of her gender, she should use the full extent of that law. I'm struck by the fact that the president hasn't really led in this part. He's not paying women equally by his own measures in his own White House.
So first of all, the first question and the last question, let's weave them together. In the White House, women do earn equal pay for equal work.
She's lying. Today, there are 87 male White House officials who make more than $100,000 compared to 53 female White House officials. The average male in the White House, the employee, currently earns $88,600, while the average female in the White House earns $78,400. That's according to the White House data. So there's a gap of 13% between men and women. But here's the important thing to understand, that the one person who I don't think is complaining, okay, is Hillary. I don't think she has any complaint about her wages as a woman over Romney's. They just came out with a report that Hillary Clinton spent more than 9 times, that's almost $20 million as much as Romney did on private jets during her 2008 race. Can you believe that? She paid $20 million for private jets. I mean, and remember, the senators, all the senators, they can do this. You and I pick up the tab for senators, and they go out and get a private jet, fly back home. You and I pay for that. But what's funny about this is she spent 8 years as a senator, and she spent $250,000 leasing private jets, which all senators can do. But what really gets me, when she came on TV and she was telling us how broke she and Bill were. They were dead broke. They were struggling when they got out of the White House. They couldn't afford their multiple mortgages. Well, if you're broke, how could you have multiple homes? That's my question. They couldn't afford their daughter's Stanford education when they left the White House in 2001. Really? What they didn't mention before they left the White House, they got an advance, just an advance of $8 million for their book. That was Living History, I think it was called. It's just absolutely nuts. But anyways, what's interesting is everyone is talking about Rahm Emanuel's book. It's a new book that's coming out. It all talks about Valerie Jarrett and talks about how he was trying to get her out of the White House because he didn't want to manage her because he was the head of the staff, and that's Obama's best friend. And the CEOs who meet Jarrett when they go to the White House for the first time, they describe her with the words like mean-spirited, threatening language, raging, vindictive, arrogant, and can't make a decision. And as a person, anyone in the corporate world would not hire. Now, that's what they describe her. But here's the interesting thing about her. Most people don't know. Her parents and her uncle owned a communist newspaper in Iran. And when the Shah of Iran, when the United States put Shah of Iran in place, and their paper just kept banging on them because they're true communists. And the Shah did some great things with his own money. He took them out of the Stone Age. He built dams for irrigation. He built modern universities, modern transportation, railroads, airport, all out of his own money, superhighway. But her parents and her uncles owned this communist paper. Matter of fact, they shut the paper down for 4 days, and they put them in jail, and they came out and ran the paper. But they were behind the coup. Yeah, her parents and uncle were behind the coup and got rid of the Shah. And these are, and she is so powerful in the White House, and she is, believe me, she's a communist, and she's also a sympathizer for radical Islamists, because the night in Benghazi, she was in charge of that operation. And according to General Dempsey and to Panetta, who wrote a book, that it was her who got the 2 Navy SEALs killed and got the 2 contractors killed at the annex, because she would not make the decision. There was a C-120 circling above the compound, and the 2 guys on the roof, they spotted where the motor groups were, where they're shooting the mortars at the where they're attacking the compound, and all they had to do is signal that C-120 to blast those mortar positions, and guess what happened? She kept hesitating and hesitating, and she wouldn't make that decision, and that's how they got killed. And she was in charge that night. So that's who she is. And they are claiming because she's a sympathizer for the radical Islamists. See you on the charts. Get my chart. Join my gang. Get that PT2 chart. Get into this market.
To Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need